The most shocking story of the NBA draft was by far Ace Bailey. Months before the draft, he was widely regarded as the consensus third pick. However, in the weeks leading up to the draft, his stock slowly but surely dwindled down, ultimately getting selected 5th. And you may be thinking, well, that's not that bad, but that's where you're wrong, because dropping to 5th instead of 3rd cost him over $9 million. And as to why he slipped wasn't due to talent nor injuries, but something many young stars are falling to these days. To understand how we got here, we'll have to go back to Bailey's high school days. In high school, Bailey was a menace. As a matter of fact, in his senior year, he averaged 33 points, 16 rebounds, and 4 assists, earning himself a treasure trove of trophies. And with this came many offers from colleges like Kentucky and Kansas. But instead, he chose to go to a small college by the name of Rutgers University. Fans were skeptical about his decision. Rutgers University, known for their academics, had no experience with talents like Bailey. After all, he became the Rutgers' highest-ranked recruit in history. Thankfully, his decision became more justifiable when another big name in Dylan Harper committed to them too. Bailey and Harper, both projected top 3 picks, were ready to dominate the NCAA, but that couldn't have been farther from the truth. The Rutgers ended the year with a 15-17 record, not even qualifying for the NCAA tournament. Not to say that Bailey played bad though, because although there were some red flags, Bailey put up a consistent 18 points and 8 rebounds a night. With that said, Bailey's draft stock remained high despite his team's performance. But a few months later, something would happen that would change the course of Bailey's career. Right after declaring for the NBA draft, Bailey signed Omar Cooper to be his agent. Now, if you aren't familiar with that name, Omar Cooper is Sharif Cooper's dad. As you may know, Sharif was a dog in high school and was supposed to be a lottery pick but slipped to late 2nd round. From there, he bounced from team to team, eventually ending up overseas. So signing Omar, who couldn't even make his son have a stable NBA career, is a big red flag. And to add fuel to the fire, Bailey, who was listed at 6'10 in college, measured down to 6'7 during the draft combine. Bailey was known for being a unicorn of sorts, as he was 6'10 and could shoot fairly well. But after finding out he's only 6'7, he's basically competing with everyone else, having a major advantage taken away from him. But that wasn't even the craziest thing that happened at the combine, because when interviewed, Bailey said this about any of his weaknesses.
You were giving your scouting report. What's your top 2 strengths, and what would be 1 weakness?
I ain't got no weaknesses. I got more than 2 strengths, big dog.
Now, this can either be considered confidence or cockiness, and the majority took this as cockiness. However, we've seen this before, just not in the NBA. NFL rookie Shedeur Sanders, who was supposed to be a top 10 pick, fell all the way to the 144th pick, in part due to his cockiness.
If you ain't trying to change the franchise or the coach, don't give me. So you should know history repeats itself over and over and over, and I've done it over and over and over, so it should be no question why an NFL franchise should pick me.
Now, don't get me wrong, Sanders is an amazing player, but the GMs thought his mindset overweighed his talent, showing many parallels to Bailey's current situation. Nonetheless, the worst was yet to come. Days before the NBA draft, a bombshell dropped. Apparently, Bailey had not worked out with any teams as of yet. It was trying to send a message to teams like Philly not to draft him at 3, wanting teams like the Wizards, Pelicans, or even Nets to draft him, who sat at the end of the lottery, even having a workout set for the Sixers, but ultimately backing out. You see, pre-draft workouts are a great way for teams in your draft range to see what you're capable of. Most, if not all, players do it, with the exception of Bailey. Getting selected later also means he'll take a massive pay cut. But luckily for Bailey, since the NCAA has let their players make money while playing for them, he can afford this. Unlike other generations where the NCAA didn't let you make money, it made getting selected earlier so much more important. And his reason for taking his draft stock, you may ask? Well, his ego mostly. Bailey wants a quick path to stardom, which aligns with the teams he wanted to get selected by. On those teams, the minutes will be more open for him to play. He's also made it clear that he wants to play on the East, since he was born in Tennessee, played high school basketball in Georgia, and went to college in New York. However, unfortunately, as we all know, the Utah Jazz had other plans.
With the 5th pick in the 2025 NBA draft, the Utah Jazz select Arius Ace Bailey.
I mean, look at his face. It's clear he does not want to be there. He was literally holding back tears. And if you're an NBA fan, you know the joy it is to see your rookie suited up in your team's gear, city, and training facility days after the draft. Well, fellow Jazz rookie Walter Clayton Jr. fell into Salt Lake a day after the draft, but Bailey took an obscene 3 days to finally come. Just a testament to how much he doesn't want to be there. Now, this has all transpired over the past week, and more news will definitely come to surface soon. So to stay updated, I suggest you subscribe and turn on notifications. Peace.